Hello, Think Natalia community. Today I have another amazing guest on the show. He is a man that always makes me laugh, a man that inspires me. He is a tribe member that massively contributed to the growth and to the inspirational level of the Think Natalia tribe. His name is Ömer Atiker. I always call him Ömi. It's a joke, an insider joke between us. So Ömi, thank you so much for being here today.
It's my pleasure. I mean, I'm honored to be on that call with you. So, and thanks for having me.
Oh, you're most welcome. I'll check you out on your LinkedIn profile to figure out who you are and what you do. So basically, your LinkedIn profile says, transform, keynote speaker, expert and author on digital transformation, change and innovation. Tell us, what do you mean by digital transformation? Because that's kind of like a buzzword at the moment. I believe that everybody understands it in a different way. So how do you understand digital transformation and what do you actually do?
Yeah, good question. I think my profile sells me short because I'm also a coach and a lecturer at the university, and I do a couple of other things. Nevertheless, digital transformation is exactly what I do. Well, transformation means we change something existing. So this is not about startups, and it's not about personal change. This is about the change of organizations, mostly commercial companies. And I ask people, yeah, okay, right. What is a company again?
Yeah, how do you define it?
Yeah, is it just a place, warm and dry where you wait for the next weekend? For some, it might be. But so let's define. An organization, to my mind, is a number of people, so more than one, a number of people who work together, who create value, and who sell that value. Yeah?
Makes sense.
Work together, create value, sell it. Because if you don't sell it, well, you're probably an artist, or you might be an NGO or something, but you're not commercially viable. And if you, well, are organized and work a lot, but you don't create value, well, what could that be? Maybe some kind of government or administration or, well, yeah.
Rabbit hole. Change our topic.
So that's company, yeah. And what digital transformation means, we take all the new possibilities that digital gives us to better organize ourselves, to create more value, sometimes even different value, new forms of value, and to sell the whole thing. That's it. Use digital opportunities to improve the operation of your company.
So some people who might be watching this conversations, they might think, oh my God, this guy is so authentic. I just love his authenticity. I want to be as authentic as he is. What do you think about authenticity? Because you taught me a term and I always forget what it is. And I think a lot of people can learn about when it comes to authenticity and social media, because we very often have the discussion of, can I be authentic? Just be authentic. Can I actually be authentic online? And I love your philosophy around that. So share it with us.
Yeah, well, being authentic is a complex matter, yes, because we all play roles, and sometimes somebody says, oh, I'm so authentic, which is a different word for saying I'm so rude. Yeah, because I love to bash everybody because it's my right to be authentic, feel my anger. Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's all about you and not really helpful. So what I use is selective authenticity. Yeah, because we all have many facets, and you choose the side that you show to the world. Yeah, because I mean, I'm a businessman and I'm an advisor and speaker and that's the side I show on LinkedIn. Well, there are different sides. Yeah, it's different when I'm at home with my family. I'm different when I act with little children or with my grandparents or when I'm out with the guys or whatever.
Of course.
Yeah, so these sides are not something I'm going to show on LinkedIn. And not because I'm ashamed of that, but only because it doesn't fit there. Yeah, to my mind, that's something I don't want to share there, and that's fine. So that's that part on authenticity. Yeah, show who you are. Yeah, but turn on your head and your brain before you switch on the camera. I think
Yeah, a little bit of common sense is something that some people sometimes are missing. But yeah, my friends and I, we sometimes argue, does common sense still exist? Don't we have to talk about common stupidity? And I'm like, another rabbit hole. Let's change the conversation. So, right?
Common sense is not that common as we like to think. Yeah, it's a bit misleading, but still we can work on that. But I mean, we can get back to the theme of authenticity once I will show you at the end of this interview why I have this wonderful bright blue t-shirt on today.
I can't wait. I can't wait. So, Christian, I would love to ask you is, I mean, you are a person who has been in business for many, many years. You were successful. You have written 4 books.
Yep.
4 books, right?
Couple of time, 4 books are published. Yeah.
Amazing. You knew how to use LinkedIn. You already published videos on LinkedIn. And nevertheless, you decided to join the Think Natalia Tribe to learn more about the power of organic LinkedIn marketing and lead gen. Why?
Yeah. Because you're the best. No, straight up, that's exactly the point. Yeah. I kind of redesigned my life in my late 40s. Now I'm 51, so this is like 4 or 5 years ago that I started. There could be something different. And I have learned a lot from smart people. So it's like every year I select one coach or mentor, choose your word for that, who is already there, which I can respect and where I think I can learn from him, from her. And because if you become good, and I think I am quite good at what I do, I don't need people to say, oh, you're so good. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I know I need to have people I can respect and who tell me what else is out there to go to the next level. Yeah, and well, LinkedIn wise, you're the unicorn. So full stop. That's, here we go. Yeah, exactly. I come back to my t-shirt right now because what you inspired me to do is once in a while you said channeling your inner idiot. Yeah, so make a fool of yourself, and I that's why I got this shirt I got from my children. Yeah, you see this gerbil, and I have to translate it. It says, what cake is that? So because he's already eaten and pretends not to know anything about the chocolate cake. Yeah, so.
Yeah, but that's you. That's you. I mean, you had this video that you published. It was about, you're a keynote speaker, and now because of the global current situation, a lot of keynotes disappeared because there are no more events and there are no more trade fairs. So you created this hilarious video about, hey, book me as your keynote speaker. And I remember you were literally making a fool out of yourself. You were filming, I think on top you were a shirt and a blazer, but then I could see that you were wearing funny underwear, or that you were wearing like jogging pants or whatever. You were jumping, you pretended to fall, and people celebrate that.
Yeah, well, you have to dare to be a bit silly. Yeah, a touch of silly goes a long way, and that helps. Yeah, and I try not to be all silly. Yeah, I mean, there's part of me which you're not going to see online for the coming year.
We talked about it a few minutes ago, and I totally agree with you. I'm also never going to show all of my aspects and talk about all of the things, because that could also get me into severe trouble, especially with all of these people out there at the moment who are like, and I will not mention against any topic, which topics, but there are people at the moment who censor, take down. I'm like, wow, okay, fine.
Right, yeah, let's not get into that, because that's a pity. So I'm not going to scare my audience by showing everything I am and do, but silly is good. Yeah, and it's also a learning curve. I mean, I'm not sure who said that, but he said, life is a journey to ourselves. We learn to become ourselves. It's not for me, and I'm sorry that I don't know who said that, but that's a very smart thing, because we learn to be ourselves, to become ourselves, and being silly and showing that is part of that. Yeah, because in the beginning, I was, of course, afraid or concerned about my professionality. Yeah,
of course.
And I take it serious because I have to prove myself that I know my stuff. Yeah, so after the fourth book, yeah, you feel kind of established. Yeah, so I did that. I'm there. I can allow myself to be silly, which is basically a pity. I mean, I could have been silly before the first book either. I mean, I wasn't that stupid then. Yeah, so, but now I have permission. I gave myself permission to be more of myself, and that's fun. And I think that's important for social media too, because people care for the knowledge. Yeah, we have to bring value, because this, of course, is not Facebook and it's not TikTok and all these other razzmatazz. Yeah, so there has to be content, but it has to be digestible, snackable content. Yeah, you have to bring something that other people can, savor and say, yes, thank you, that's good. And the happy brain learns. Yeah, only the happy brain learns. Yeah, so you have to make people happy so they can get something new.
Yeah, to be open to your ideas. And I think that's a beautiful bridge towards your, let's say, first aha moment or your first milestone. When we started working together, do you remember what was a big insight or one of the first changes that you saw? I remember that you had quite a few insights when it comes to the content creation topic, and that you looked at things in a different way, and that you fully tapped into abundance thinking in there, but you can tell the story in a better way. So
that's an important thing. That is about content creation. Yeah, and interestingly enough, before we met, I was pretty fine in producing content, also videos. I went to have a separate studio. I go in front of the camera, film, post, bam, nice, and pretty good too. And then I got to you, and I became ambitious. Oh my goodness. And that actually slowed me down, because now I want to do next level. So I want decent cuts. I want color correction. I want the logo in the jingle, and the intro and the outro. I want subtitles. Blast me, that's a lot of work. Yeah, so all of this, I want, it made me, no, not today. But it was always tomorrow. Yeah, after a few months of tomorrow, you get kind of annoyed. At least I got annoyed with myself. So what I'm now learning is kind of content creation of the next level, how I can divide tasks between what I need to do, and that's ideation. What am I going to talk about? Presentation in the meaning like I write the script or the basic copy, or I film the video. And everything after that, that's only 3 steps. There's another 10 steps to get there, including the editing and the thumbnail and the captions and the blah, 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 blah. And I can get rid of that. So I'm working hard on my processes so that what I know gets out there. And that's quite a challenge. And the interesting part is that you help me by being very open about what you do. That's very nice. That's not the magic sauce that you get in some other high-ticket program or something. No, you tell us how you do that. And in times I envy you, the lightness with which you work. Yeah, so that's great. At least it appears light. Yeah, and that's a good thing. So I'm trying to make my life more comfortable. Well, that's good. And also that, of course, is a bit of inner struggle. Yeah, is this not arrogant? Can't you do it yourself? Probably that's a German thing. Yeah, we are quite reluctant to give away work. Yeah, because we feel it's not done. Yeah, because we are all equal, and who am I to do? Yeah, difficult. Yeah, but I'm on my way to that, to say that's good. They got to work. I got to work. Yeah, everybody does what they can.
You pay them for their work. You have more time to focus on your genius, or however you want to call it, and you can help even more people. And that's amazing.
No problem with like accounting. Yeah, I can't do accounting. I die from that. There are people who love to do that. I'm happy. I pay them. Here's the papers, the invoices.
Do it.
I say thank you, and I think, oh my gosh, this is so good. So I need to learn to apply that mindset to my content creation, and oh my goodness, then you'll see more of me.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I remember you told me, I think you wrote down 30 pages of content ideas at a certain stage.
Oh my goodness. Yep. Because the 4 books, there's so many chapters, so many nuggets you can use. And I just went through the index and thought, oh yeah, I could do something of that. It's only, only need 2-3 minutes of material. And yes, it's more than 30 pages actually. And there's a separate file where I put in my daily ideas. Yeah, so I feel like a Christmas cracker Yeah, you pull and it goes bam, and there's confetti everywhere. Like, okay, yeah, great. And how do you structure that? Yeah, exactly. And I need somebody to does exactly that. Yeah, sort, package, deliver. I'm not so
Nice.
good at that. So your course helped me a lot on that.
That's amazing. So when we work together, there are different aspects of the whole package. So there are videos in which I literally teach, and there are worksheets, and then there are the weekly calls. And I mean, when I ask people, some of them say, "Oh, I love the material and I love the worksheets, and oh, I just do that, and the calls are nice, and I join every now and then." And then there are people who say, "No, I like both a lot, and both is super important." And then there are people who say, love the material, but the calls, oh, this is where the magic happens. And I have the feeling that you really enjoyed the weekly calls, and you were also an incredible contributor to that, because you are very, very honest, direct, straightforward, without being an asshole or without insulting people. So I remember so many situations in which something was not really how it should be, and nobody knew how to say it or what the issue was, and you were like, no, it's crap, you can do so much more. Like, why do you sell yourself under your value? And people would be like, yeah, that's exactly the problem. Yeah, I mean it as well. So you kind of gave others the permission to say things that we usually wouldn't dare to say, but it came out of out of the goodness and the kindness of your heart. Or we had sessions and we brainstormed content or freebie ideas for like literally 3, 4, 5 minutes, and people after the session sent me thank you messages or voice notes saying, this was so inspiring, this was so uplifting, I feel as if I was at a energy or petrol station. I just filled up the tank, and now I can go on for a week, and I just feel like flying. So tell us a little bit more about your perception or your experience of the calls.
That's nice. I never realized. Yes, yes, I liked the calls, but I didn't. Yeah, so very nice to you. Thank you. That's very kind. Because yes, to me the calls were the main act. Yeah, the course is good, it's solid, it's everything in there, that's fine. But two things about the calls are, to me, much more value. And the one is you always have an answer. Yeah? I have a question on anything where I think this is a bit odd and I have no real clue. And either you knew, most of the times you already knew, and if not, you thought with us. And I like that. Yeah, so I say, I'm not sure, but it could be like this, or we could go that way. And just by following your path of thought, and how you developed your thinking was so valuable. So that's great input.
Nice.
And the other part is, of course, having the tribe. Yeah, other people which understand what you're talking about. Yeah, if you say, I got a problem with X, Y, Z, they knew about it. That's quite worth it, because you can't discuss those problems with other people. I can't do it with my employees. I can't do it with my friends. I won't do it with my wife. So who do I talk to? Yeah, because this developing, this going to the next stage, it takes it out of it. It's a challenge. Yeah? It takes power, and somebody who understands you just gives you that feeling, yes, you're not alone. I think that's an important feeling of that.
Yeah.
Well, I have to admit, yes, I was pretty candid in my opinion. Yeah, and I was always like a bit on the edge, like, okay, am I going too far? Because I don't want to hurt people. And I think in most cases it works because they see that I think they can do better. I think you put that there very well. Yes, they say, this is nice, but you are far better than just nice. Yeah. Go to your own greatness. There's something, and this feeling of, yes, you can. And I think that made it worth it. And the best part for me was sometimes I came into the call and I didn't have any questions. Yeah, I didn't go there to have answers, but to get inspired, because other people asked something, and I sit there and I, plus, this is a really good question. Like, oh, that is smart. Let's hear what they say about that. And like in every call, I made at least 3 pages of notes.
Wow.
Yeah, so, yeah. I really, it was like a brain dump. Yeah, I put this big hose on my head and it goes like, oh, knowledge, knowledge, knowledge. Right now, I just have a knowledge problem. I just have to do things with, well, it is a bit hard, I have to admit. Yeah, so lots to do.
Yeah, but you have a team. You hire
Tribe.
people,
Whereas
as you said.
Tribe is
Yeah.
excellent.
Oh, nice, amazing. So when you look at all of the benefits, the lesson learned at LinkedIn itself, what was the biggest plus point or benefit for you? Is it that you got more visibility? Is it new contacts out of the prospective leads? Is it expert status? Is it something totally different? So what's in it for you through LinkedIn? Like, how did you benefit?
In a lot of ways. I mean, one is I'm more structured.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. I came in kind of like chaotic, yeah, and I got sorted. That's a good thing. Yeah, still, I am chaotic, so I have to find someone else to sort me. Yeah, but I now have kind of like a plan, and that's good
Like
for
a
me.
strategy, a structure, a German structure.
Yeah, I got a vision and a mission and no, whatever. Yeah, so I'm working on that. That's good for me. Second thing is my presentation is more professional. Yeah, of course, it's the balance between content and silliness, but still, I think it improved my expert status. Yeah, that's something in my line of work. Yeah, as a coach or a speaker or advisor, consultant, blah. It's all about, do people know who I am and what I stand for? And if I present myself in a better way to let them know more about my thinking and the value I deliver, the better for them and the better for me. So having that is very good. And additional benefit is not, by the way, leads. Yeah, it only makes it easier when a lead comes and they look me up and LinkedIn and say, right, okay, I don't have to wonder if they know that, if he knows the stuff, yeah, because they see. Yeah, so I feel established, and that's good. No, it's the network, the power of the network. Sometimes I have questions about things I do not know. There's a lot I don't know. Yeah, and sometimes I just pop a question out to my network and I get the most amazing answers. Yeah, about things I don't know. I had to have a course on artificial intelligence or on robotic process automation. I had another consulting task about IoT, or exactly IIoT, Industrial Internet of Things. And like, okay, I need somebody who was in that field like for years.
Yeah.
People, and they talk to me and they share their knowledge, and that's so amazing. And there's such an help, yeah, for me and also to my customers. And on the other side, I try to bring in something in the comments, in dialogue with people. Yeah, so we really create value by sharing. I can't put it any other way. That's good. So, love it.
Amazing. And I realized that you and I will be speaking at the same online conference, I think in 2 weeks. And you are introduced as the go-to expert when it comes to digital transformation. So kudos, sir. I love that. More of this to come.
Now I reach the Olymp. Yeah, this is, I think, the highest level of achievement, to be asked to speak on the conference with Natalia herself. Yeah, so it's not going. Yeah, as I said, yeah, I'm not sure if Nelson Mandela still gives speeches. Yeah, so if I can't join him on stage, at least I can join you, and this is about as good as it gets. So great going.
Oh, I just love your craziness. Okay, so who should connect with you on LinkedIn? Like, who should reach out to you?
I think basically everybody who struggles with the transformation in their company. Okay. Because everybody I talk to is like, oh, I wish it would go faster. I wish I had less resistance. I wish things would change. And yes, that is a pity. Yeah, people are going and like, and then they always say, oh, but in our company, in our market, in our sector, whatever, yeah, it's so difficult. No, it's always ours. So there's a lot of ours problems, yeah, and you can solve that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not about technology, and it's not even about business, yeah, but it's about bringing tech and people and money together to get a real change. And I can help with that. So anybody who's interested and says, I would like to get another step forward, get more speed and momentum, you're welcome. I'd happily join whatever I have learned.
Amazing. And where are you based? And do you speak 2 or 3 languages?
Yeah, a couple. Yeah, so I speak kind of like English, like you hear. So it's not going to get better. I speak German. I do speak Dutch. Yeah, I have lived in the Netherlands for 10 years. So ik kan ook een beetje Nederlands praten. Het klinkt nogal vreemd, maar dat gaat wel. And there are some leftovers of maybe French and a couple of words on Turkish, but that's it. So.
And where are you based? In which city?
In Freiburg, which is in the south of Germany, close to France and Switzerland. But yeah, I work internationally. Yeah, mostly within German or for international corporations based in Germany. But well, as soon as you can travel, you can get almost everywhere. And get quite a number of my gigs are online. Yeah, and we slowly learn how to do workshops online. So to work together online. It's not the same as being in the same room, but we can learn to do that because we have to. Yeah, this is not going to go away anyway soon, even if they said, oh, there might be a vaccine against Corona. Nice. We still have to learn. So I can help you learn that. Yeah, be ready for the next 10, 20 years.
Exciting. So thank you so much for doing that and for your time and for your version of authenticity. And I so look forward to seeing all of this amazing content and your growth and everything that you have planned. See it out there, see you like literally fly, turn your version of the unicorn. So once again, thank you. And we definitely keep in touch, and I can't wait to meet you in person in the very near future.
We will, and I thank you for sharing and bringing a light into these times. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome. And for everybody who watched this today and says, well, I actually want to know more about this Dr. Nat and her tribe. If that's the case, I kindly invite you to check out the webpage coachingwithnatalia.com. You're going to find an apply now button on there. You fill out a super short form so that we get to know you better, pick a slot in my calendar. My team is going to have a look at it. And if we see it's a good match and there's a high potential that you and I fit together, then we're going to jump on a call. During the call, we're going to have a look at where you are right now with your LinkedIn marketing strategy, where you want to go. And based on that, I'm going to build a free organic LinkedIn marketing and lead gen strategy for you. Yes, absolutely for free. So if that's something that you're interested in, simply go to coachingwithnatalia.com. I thank you for your time, and we talk very, very soon.